So we're about a month away from the NFL draft, and though the Dallas Cowboys have been more active in free agency than prior years, Dallas Cowboys fans seem to still have an appetite for more. So are the Cowboys done, and are they gearing up for the NFL draft, or do they still have a few tricks left up their sleeve? Let's get it. What's up, CFO gang? It's your boy Jay Tuck, real Cowboys fan. Stand up. If you love real football content, you're in the right spot. So do me a quick favor, subscribe to the channel and turn that notification bell. So the Dallas Cowboys have been active in free agency. They brought in Javonte Williams and Miles Sanders and Peyton Turner and Kyer Elam, and the list goes on and on. But a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans feel that the Dallas Cowboys have yet to move the needle to get back to championship contention, and there is still a lot of work to be done. The number one thing that needs to be done, let's just keep it a buck, right? The Dallas Cowboys need to find a way to sign Micah Parsons and get the deal done now. Now, I know Micah Parsons that spoke out that said, hey, $40 million a year, I'll be the happiest man on the planet. Micah, let Dave handle that, right? But the Dallas Cowboys need to show some sense of urgency when it comes down to signing the Lion, because yesterday's price is not today's price. And the longer you wait, the higher it will climb. And I feel like if you really want to be aggressive in free agency, not only with outside acquisitions, but also some of your own players that you have in-house, the number one priority that should be on Jerry and Stephen Jones' list is signing Micah Parsons now. But if you get the money, Tuck, who are the Cowboys going to sign? Like, what are we going to do with this money if we get it? Now, that is a fair question, because if you look at some of the free agents that have been signed this year, it wasn't a very attractive market. Let's just keep it a buck. But there are still some guys out there who I feel can have an instant impact when it comes to helping this Dallas Cowboys roster. Now, the hot topic button all offseason is wide receiver 2. Brandon Cookson went on back to New Orleans, and y'all hate Jalen Tolbert with the passion. Stop hating on Jalen Tolbert. All right. But then we also got Jonathan Mingo. We got Jalen Brooks. We got Ryan Flo. We got some other guys. But Dallas Cowboys fans really do not feel comfortable when it comes to the weaponry that surrounded Dak Prescott. So a guy that's been talked about numerous times amongst Cowboys Nation, and he is still out there, is Keenan Allen. Now, some people might say Keenan Allen's washed. He's 32 years old, and he's washed, and he's old, and he's old, and he's washed. But if you look at what Keenan Allen did last year in Chicago with Caleb Williams, who was a rookie quarterback, he had 744 yards and 7 touchdowns. And if you go and watch the Detroit Lions game, I mean, damn, Keenan Allen's old ass had 141 receiving yards and 1 touch. We'll take that in Dallas right now. So I think a lot of people, self-included, is banging the desk for Keenan Allen. Now, there was a situation with Keenan Allen where he was kind of vocal about his then head coach, now defensive coordinator, and Matt Eberflus about his play calling. So could that be a situation where Matty E is not going to build confidence in bringing Keenan Allen on board because pettiness is pettiness? I believe so, because you know how these coaches can really be. But if you're looking to have a guy who is a veteran guy and one of the purest route runners in all of football, I mean, he's been that way for years. He had Amari Cooper, he had Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen is definitely a veteran guy that you can plug into this offense, and he can help out Dak Prescott immediately. Now, a lot of people say, well, Tuck, would you bring in Keenan Allen, or would you just draft the wide receiver? So you already know who I'm drafting. I mean, if you subscribe to this channel, you already know who I'm drafting. If he's there, if you want to help Dak, you must draft Mac. If you want to help, hashtag that. If you want to help Dak, you must draft Mac. If T-Mac is there, I am taking T-Mac all day. No disrespect to Keenan Allen. You can come in and be wide receiver 3 for all I care, right? But I would draft the guy if he's there. But seeing how the Cowboys have these holes and these voids, it's all over the place. There's been arguments about offensive line, defensive tackle, and this and running back. There's a lot of holes to plug in. So I feel like Keenan Allen kind of helps you go into the draft and not going to the grocery store hungry, where you can get a guy who's a veteran leader that can instantly help this offense. Now, getting over to the defensive side of the ball, I know a lot of people are saying, yo, Tuck, when you draft a corner, a lot of people are talking about Will Johnson out of the University of Michigan. I like Will Johnson, right? But I know you guys long enough. Y'all don't want no more Michigan players in the first round. So I'm not even going to bring up Will Johnson, even though I think he's the cleanest cornerback in this class outside of Travis Hunter. But we blew that opportunity when we decided to beat Washington and Tampa and try to play hero ball at the end of the season. But when it comes to the cornerback position, we lost Jordan Lewis, who I felt like was a valuable piece to our defense, a veteran guy, but salute to J. Lou going to Jacksonville. You have Trayvon Diggs. He's gearing up, coming off the injury, and then Deron Bland didn't look like himself coming off the injury last year. Kalen Carson, I need him to step up because he duped me. He duped me. So then you have some other guys in Kyer Elam. But if you want to try to fill the void and get a guy who the Dallas Cowboys should have just got in the first place if they were just listening to Jay Tuck in that draft, because you were about to be blessed with Micah Parsons and a corner, or you could have had linebacker Nick Bolton, but they would listen to Jay Tuck anyways. They would have got Asante Samuel Jr. out of the University of Florida State. Oh, I was there. Y'all remember the show. Y'all remember the live draft show. I was like, he's not going to be there. He's not going to be there. Yeah, Tuck, he's going to. I don't know. He's not. And I got excited, only to hear the Dallas Cowboys say Kelvin Joseph out of the University of Kentucky. And y'all know how I felt about that pick. And as of right now, I don't even think Kelvin Joseph is in the NFL. But be that as it may, Asante Samuel Jr. is a quality guy that you can bring in, probably for a decent value as well, that can upgrade and especially play that inside nickel corner that will allow you to keep Deron Bland on the outside, and you'll probably play Kyer on the outside as well, along until Trayvon Diggs gets ready. But we know, like father, like son, the anthem, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Birdman and Lil Wayne. Asante Samuel Jr. is just like his daddy. He be stunting like his daddy, and the one thing that Asante can do is get them interceptions. He is a ball hawk to the truest form. I've been watching this kid ever since he came to Florida State. Now, there are some conversations about him having some shoulder injuries, and that could be why he's still out there on the market. But hey, the Dallas Cowboys always want to trust their doctors. All right, bro, bring Asante in, because we need some help at the cornerback position. And I feel like Asante Samuel Jr. can definitely have that impact. We saw what he did in the Chargers. We saw what he did in that playoff game as well, right? Bring him into Dallas, because I feel like he'll be an instant upgrade, especially with our cornerback position. But like I said, the number one priority before we get to the draft, free agency, or anything is sign Micah Parsons. 1877, sign Micah now, and that will open up the opportunity for the Dallas Cowboys to get active, because these teams in the NFC East, they're making moves, and you definitely do not want this window that's already shut to slam on our hands, and next thing you know, we are the New York Giants. So your boy J Tuck, comment, like, subscribe, follow me on all social media platforms at JTuck151. Once again, turn that notification bell so you do not miss out. If you love draft content, well, shit, you're in the right spot, baby, because draft is what we do. And we definitely have a lot more film sessions, a lot more mock drafts, and a lot more conversations coming out that you do not want to miss. I want everyone to stay safe, stay blessed, stay encouraged, and the Dallas Cowboys, go right your wrongs and bring Asante Samuel Jr. to Dallas, where he should have been in the first place. Peace.